Today I'm celebrating the life of Ken Kesey, the author and the man who pretty much birthed a movement of the 1950s and 60s, and his life was still touching mine when I was discovering the counterculture in the 1990s. Ken Kesey wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is an incredible book set in a mental asylum, which of course is a film that Jack Nicholson made his own, made very famous. He was also the author of many other books like On the Road and The Dharma Bums. And On the Road is a magical journey for anyone who's leaving school and leaving home and taking off into the adventure of their lifetime. The story of Ken Kesey is a fascinating one. He was working as a cleaner at a scientific laboratory when they had first synthesized LSD for use in psychological trials, and he was invited to participate in one of these trials. As a result of an absolutely astounding experience, he decided to get hold of some of this substance and to start organising other events that then grew into parties, that then grew into festivals. And he went on the road eventually with a group of people in a bus. Oh dear. What was the name of the bus? I've forgotten the name of the bus now. There's a picture of it on this thumbnail. And they then toured... there's a book about them called The Electric Kool-aid Acid Test. But anyway, they began a touring unit of people that I think eventually hooked up with the Grateful Dead and then toured the United States, sharing LSD with young people in such huge quantities, such huge numbers, that they ended up birthing this movement. Now, there were casualties along the way. If one looks back and has to evaluate, was it generally speaking good for society that this happened? My feeling is yes, it is. It broke us out of a very staid way of thinking and connected a lot of people with a more spiritual way of regarding life, realizing many of the fundamental essences of what it is to be human. But whether one wishes to regard Ken Kesey in the light of his more general contribution to the culture, or whether it's just for the writings in his books, in any case, I feel he is a man who has touched my life and is worthy of commemoration. I thank Ken Kesey for his inspiration, and I'd like to take a moment just to give thanks for the life and the contribution of Ken Kesey.